Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a very cool video to do for you. So, my favorite knife of 2023 just got shrunk. This is the Mini Sweeney from Berg Blades. So, if you guys aren't aware, the Sweeney is definitely my favorite knife of 2023. We're closing in on the end of 23, and I've had some really cool stuff come in recently, but I don't think we're going to dethrone the Sweeney. It's just such a fun knife, such a well-designed knife, and it just speaks to me. I mean, there's just no other way to really put it. It checks all my boxes, you know? And when I saw there was a mini coming, I reached out to Matt and I was like, hey, dude, any chance I could check out a prototype? And he was kind enough to oblige. So that's what we have here, the Mini Sweeney. And this thing is, well, a mini version of a fantastic knife. And it does not really change anything in the sense that it's still a utterly fantastic knife and possibly better. You guys know I do like smaller size knives, so this makes it perfect fit for my hand. I still get that flat up here, which feels really comfortable in the hand. You still get that beautiful flat grind. You get that drop point blade. You get that bolster lock. You get that nice clip. Dead nut centered here from Riot. You get the same front flipper that works excellent. You get the same pill-shaped hole that you can reverse flick, and you can thumb flick right-handed. You know, left-handed, I can reverse flick it. And yeah, so it's just a really fantastic knife all around. And yeah, they just, you know, he keeps killing it with stuff. And I think ultimately, if I had this version of this knife, I would probably like it better than I do the full size. And that's my favorite knife right now. So that's saying a lot, right? So it's good to see that shrinking a knife didn't ruin it, because that can happen sometimes, you know? So I'm very glad to see that. And, I mean, the only things I'd probably change on this right here, now this is a prototype, so keep that in mind, is I'd probably want the detent to be just a little stronger. I mean, it's good, right? But I can, you know, sometimes I feel like I can fail the reverse flick a little bit or whatever. It's basically perfect, but it's just, I have the perfect feel right here, right? So I know what that feels like. So as long as they hit the same kind of benchmarks on the mini that they did on the full size, it's going to be absolutely spot on. And I was a little worried that shrinking it down would maybe make it harder for me to open left-handed, because this knife does have a rather large part of the frame lock exposed for a bolster lock. Usually on a bolster lock, you'll see much less of the frame lock exposed. So being left-handed, this is a lefty, so I'm going to show you backwards, but being left-handed, you don't have that problem where you're on the lock bar. You can kind of get right under it or over it or whatever. And that's, you know, the one thing with the Sweeney is if I come right on top of that, I lock it up. But I just learned to go a little bit lower, and then I can flick it perfectly. And this knife, the size, that's how it makes sense to me. I don't want to really come up above it. But on the mini, it's kind of the opposite, where my thumb lands like right here on the pivot, just perfectly. And so even if it had a stronger detent and the lock bar became an issue, like right there, you saw I kind of bounded up, I can either go underneath real easily, or with this one, I can come over the top and flick it like that. So I don't foresee that being an issue, even if the detent was tightened up. Now, the deployment hole has shrunk a little bit, so it's, you know, proportionally shrunk down. So some people might have trouble with that, trying to get their fingers in there, but They have nice, sharp, crisp edges around it, and I have no trouble getting in there and flicking it out or rolling it out or however you want to do it. It works perfectly. So the front flipper is, oh man, it's even better on this one because of the size. For me, you know, some of you guys with large paws, you're going to like the larger one better, right? And I do. I love this one. This is a very good sort of mid-size. But the small one for my hand actually is better because it's smaller, so it sits lower in my hand, and my thumb just kind of lands right where that flipper tab is. Where on the full size, I kind of climb up to it, which works. But this is just more natural to me. So I get a more natural front flip on it. It just feels great. Let's compare it to the Mini Barber, another fantastic little front flipper, reverse flicker from Berg Blades. And we're going to be in a similar ballpark. Now, the Barber is going to be a little bit smaller, the Mini. So where's my measuring tape? The Mini Sweeney is coming in at a 2.9 inch blade and 6 3/4 overall, where the Barber Mini is a 2 3/4 inch blade and just over maybe 6.3 inches overall. So, you know, just a little bit smaller. And then here is the full-size Sweeney. You can see the difference there. The full size is a 3.3 inch blade and 7 3/4 overall. So good little lineup right there for you. I love the Mini Barber. It's really well done. But there are some differences from the Mini Barber. Like this does not have a lock bar insert. The Mini Sweeney does. So that's a difference. This has pivot collars. This does not. But they're both bolster locks. They're both really cool designs from Matt over at Berg Blades. And yeah, the Mini Sweeney basically just stays true to its roots. And I'm hoping he does the same finishes. So I'm hoping I can get a bead blasted frame with a carbon fiber or marbled carbon fiber, shred carbon fiber, scales or inlays, and the belt satin blade. So it'd be really cool to have a big and little in the Sweeney. I think that would be fantastic. So yeah, this is a home run. I cannot wait for these to release or pre-order or whatever is happening with these. I will insta buy one of these. That's how much I really, really love the model. And I cannot wait for this to release. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when that is. If I have any information, it'll be down in the description. I will also link Berg Blades' website. He has some stuff for sale on the website. I'm not sure what. Maybe Mini Barbers. Maybe some Sweeneys. I think he had some Slims left. So check the website. Very cool company. Very cool designs. And yeah, there you go. Let me know what you guys think on this one. I appreciate Matt for letting me check out this prototype. Yeah, I'm in love with it. I cannot wait to get one of these in hand. So, I mean, my own in hand. So, I love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.